We're here outside of the Globe Theatre ahead of the Corporate Engagement Awards, which are taking place this evening. And I'm joined by Camille Thobois-Reymond, who's head of Sodexo Stop Hunger Foundation. Could you tell us a little bit about the work you do? I know you're shortlisted tonight for Best Foundation, so just tell us a bit about your work and your campaign.
Yes. Thank you so much. So the work of the Stop Hunger Foundation is here to fight food insecurity and its root causes. And we do that not just by providing access to food aid, but also by supporting with sustainable solutions to address its root causes meaningfully.
Okay, could you give us a bit of information about the specific challenges that Sodexo is setting out to address and why they feel pertinent right now?
Thank you so much. So if you look at research through the Food Foundation, Trustful Fair Share, and other big institutes in that domain, what you will see is that unfortunately, since 2012, the level of food insecurity has starkly risen. The reasons for food insecurity are multifaceted, but truly they're deeply rooted into social immobility, into exclusion, into issues with access to money and salary, and others. So what we're trying to do through the foundation is to have projects that look at giving food to people who need it today, but also truly going beyond that through sustainable projects and sustainable actions. And primarily, the way that I think we are able to provide depth of impact is by doing this through a network of charity partners, but also getting together our employees, our supply partners, and also our clients. So yeah, very pertinent today, unfortunately, but trying to do that together for depth of impact.
Thank you. Referring to that impact then, what sort of results have you seen from your work?
Thank you. So what we've seen and what we've tried to do is through 20 years of action, that's the first thing, and something we're really proud of. We've been able to cumulatively from 2014 impact just short of 10 million beneficiaries across all of our programs, which is lovely and great to see. But mainly it's about trying to really listen to our charity partners, understand what they need, and also lobby, because there's much more than just the action of today. There's also making sure that the sustainable levers are put in place and do a bit of advocacy with our employees so that they really want to contribute to the communities that are close to their hearts.
And what is next then for Sodexo going forward? What are the sort of goals that you have in place and ambitions for the next few years?
Thank you. So it's a very good question. So success for us would look like the fact that communities have access to food and have access to the skills that provides them the resilience to not fall into food insecurity. And it would also look like having great collaboration across sectors, collaborating with our industries, but also, and mainly, I would think, see our charity partners feeling heard, feeling seen, and feeling equipped themselves. We have a strong ambition that by 2030, we will have reached 12.5 million beneficiaries cumulatively. So that's an extra 2.5 million up till 2030. But the other thing that I wanted to highlight is that in that space, you'll hear a lot about quantitative data, but it's also about the qualitative impact and making sure that we do our best to refine our methodology, our data collection, and making sure that we remain proportionate, which keeps us humbled. And this year, this is one of the things that we've looked at, is how do we make sure that we assess our impact in the best way, in the most transparent way, and that we are always listening to our charity partners to really create that holistic and impactful environment for them.
Yeah. And you have mentioned to me a little about the different strategies you're using to engage different communities. Could you give us more of an idea of what that looks like and the techniques you're using?
Thank you so much. And so one of the things that we do to try and make sure our impact is holistic and impactful is to ensure that our funding goes towards what we call beyond food aid projects. So it's about generating and supporting local communities to get the skills and the resilience they need. So it's going beyond just giving the fish. It's about teaching how to fish, if you don't mind me the expression. So that's one of the things that we do. But the second thing I believe is really key to delivering that depth of impact is empowering our own communities and making sure that they feel like they can contribute, because they absolutely can and absolutely should. So with Sodexo, we do this through providing a volunteering policy and ensuring that all of our colleagues have access to free full day of paid work to be able to go into their local communities. And then we're trying to go beyond that by also encouraging all of our network to collaborate with us. So, for example, we have done some skills-based volunteering with some of our supply partners, ensuring that they can strategically support our charity partners. So we're going kind of beyond just your hands-on volunteering, also adding this bit. And it's lots of different interventions that you put together to create that meaningful impact. That's lasting us 20 years, so hopefully 20 more of that.
Could you expand a little bit on how you're approaching, how you're measuring that impact in a holistic and encompassing way, and sort of how you're approaching that?
Thank you. So it's a never-evolving task, especially in a sector that's growing. Social mobility keeps growing. We have more and more regulations, which I think is a great thing because, again, it keeps us transparent. The way that we approach that is, again, by collaborating very closely with our charity partners, so understanding how they reach their beneficiaries, how do they count them, how do they collect them, and then making sure that we align with them. So there's little things that we do. We keep a record of how many beneficiaries they have reached. We keep a record as well of how many volunteers and how many hours. But mostly it's about being transparent and to have this conversation heads on with our charity partners so that we all know what success will look like and there is no final surprises. And then I think the two other bits is that we do try to audit our work as much as possible. So for the foundation, we'll be audited twice a year to make sure that that's done well. And we try as well to make sure to align with the Sustainable Development Goals, which again gives us a great framework for us to be able to deliver impactful work.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today and looking forward to seeing you tonight, and good luck at the award.
Fingers crossed. Thank you so much.